just get like a general idea before I start getting into those?
Yeah, so I think we've got the Do-Si-Do happening, and that campaign's still going. You've already posted about the Tropicana, which is
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
Um, no, I think if we just keep our nose to the grindstone about the active campaigns that we have, and just keep promoting those if we can. And I'm certainly open to you taking the lead and doing some creative
Nice.
posts or doing some album cuts and stuff like that too.
Sounds good.
For those corresponding campaigns too.
I will show you the spot quickly. So, got the window, living space, bed. It's a studio, obviously. I have my workspace here, which is a nice big desk. This helps a lot. It's probably like my favorite part is that I have this much space for my desk and to work. Come over here. The lights aren't on, but we got kitchen. No stove, so we got the double burner situation. Toaster, microwave. Ignore the dishes. Got the fridge. But yeah, this is the spot. Another really cool part is having my own backyard. Nice little zen space back here. Cool to just chill and read over here while looking at the trees and whatnot, and have some friends over. It's funny because there's so many trees and it's so green back here. You would not think we're in New York City, but we are. Maybe you can hear some of the horns in the background. I've been getting really busy with client work, and in that I haven't had the time to focus on the stuff that I need to grow the business, like hiring new team members, delegating more work off of my plate, handing off client communication to one of my team members. So that is a huge priority for today. I basically flip-flopped my day where today, instead of doing all the client work in the morning and starting with that, I'm going to start with the business priorities, like I said, meaning, hiring another team member, handing off the client communication, handing off some more work, getting some of the day-to-day stuff off of my plate so I can focus on growing the business. This has kind of been like an ongoing problem, but I guess as you grow the business and sign more clients, it's not really going to stop, right? You constantly need to improve the systems, hire more people, and take some work off of your plate as the owner so you can focus on the real important thing, which is growing the business, right? So that's kind of what I'm doing today. I have spent so much time on the phone with Meta support trying to fix one of my clients' ads. This past week, basically, I am doing ads for this app, and for some reason, the Meta Ads Manager will not let me select that app to promote. And it's really weird because everything is set up correctly, and I'm not sure why I can't select the app. I've talked to 2 different people now at Meta Support for hours. They both tried to help me solve the problem. Now they're like, look, I don't know what's wrong with this. You're going to have to ask the Facebook developer team. So I made like some community posts that they're supposed to respond to within 3 days. So I'm waiting for that, and today I also have to tell my client, like, look, I have been spending hours trying to get this to work. We just need a couple more days, and hopefully we could make it work. So that's kind of what I've been doing. A lot of different stuff going on with like client work, right? But today I'm glad at least that I'm able to prioritize the important stuff first, then get into the client work that I need to. So basically what I was working on before making my food is preparing some emails to send to clients, introducing the new account manager, or account coordinator, I think is the title that I'm going to use. And this person kind of upgraded from my VA to now an account coordinator. She first started off by just kind of like helping me out randomly with like day-to-day stuff, then captions for posts, then content calendar, and now she's going to be communicating with clients too. So there's a nice pipeline up the ladder here at Empire Digital. Yeah, I'm trying to just give the people that have been working with me more work, especially when they've proven to do a good job at everything. So yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. This will be huge for me. I think this is going to take a lot off of my plate, just kind of handing off the client communication side of things, because there are a lot of edits to posts that come in. And most of the time when I get an email or a comment on a post that we send to a client and, you know, they want an edit, I end up doing the edits a lot of the time just because it's quicker than assigning it to the content creator and waiting for her to get it done. So a lot of the time I'll just be doing that, which is not great because that takes a lot of my time. And the point is that if I don't see those emails or those messages, or even if I see them, I just know they're handled by the account coordinator. I won't have to worry about that. It'll just get assigned to the content creator and they'll get it done, right? That'll take a lot off of my plate. And yeah, I could just have more time to focus on growing the business rather than working in it. I've said this in a ton of videos now, but it's kind of elevated to where like maybe a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, I didn't have like any of these systems in place at all. I just kind of had one content creator that I worked with, and I would like send her a message on Upwork asking, you know, for some posts to be made. Now we have whole systems with like Trello boards and our own branded content calendars. Now starting up like having team members doing client communication, bringing on another content creator this week. So yeah, things are growing, and I think it's just necessary for me to be able to focus on the things that'll grow the business, right? Also, living by yourself is pretty interesting. It's definitely a lot more work. You have to be responsible for a lot more, a little bit more aware at all times, but I'm enjoying it so far. Family is not too far from where I live here. They're actually pretty close, which I like. I love the fact that I could be close to my family. Always got to keep the family close, you know. Don't lose sight of that in your pursuit of success or fame or money or whatever it is. Make an effort to stay close to them, show up for them, help them out in different ways. I just sent out the first 3 emails, meaning I emailed 3 clients introducing them to our account coordinator. I only started with 3 because I felt that these clients would be the easiest for like the transition. They probably won't complain about it, and the communication is pretty low and infrequent compared to other clients. So I thought these 3 were good to start, and I guess we'll see their reactions. You know, because a lot of these clients I feel like think of me as an individual when really growing a business. So even if they don't, I mean, they've seen steps and improvements over the past couple of years for the clients that have been working with me for a while. But yeah, I also think it shows like some growth and evolution to the clients, so they know I'm growing as well. For now, I'm going to schedule those posts and post some posts now. Then I'm probably going to do some Upwork outreach. So to give you some context, if you're kind of confused about what I'm doing here, basically I run a social media management business. We work with other businesses and create their social media content and manage their accounts. So that's what I'm scheduling posts for right now. It's for one of our clients. For one of our realtor clients, we don't have a specific niche. We work with businesses in all different niches, and this client happens to be a realtor. But yeah, kind of like what I've been stressing in this whole video, the whole point and what I've been working towards now is freeing up my time so I can focus on things that will get my clients better results and things that will bring my business better results, right? I think that's pretty fair to do as a business owner, and something that's necessary. It's really easy to get caught up in like the day-to-day work of a business, especially when you're like working on your own or you have a small team. So just trying to pull myself away from that so I can, like I said, focus on bringing my clients better results and bringing my business better results. This is like a random side note, but something I've also been thinking a lot about is all of the hype around AI right now, and just that term. Like, it's not even Gen Z who's only focused on it. Like, the news is talking about AI. People from all generations of life are hearing about AI. And as like an online business owner, that's kind of like ringing some bells in my head and making me think that like AI in whatever form as a business is hard to pass up at this moment in time, because like I said, there's so much hype around it. It almost feels like it would be stupid to not include some sort of AI offering in my business, whether that be like AI content creation or just a separate AI like integration for businesses. I think that's like the next thing that I'm going to start focusing on. But yeah, to do that, I need to free up my time and give myself a little bit of breathing room. A lot of people say that AI is like the new SMMA or dropshipping in the early 2010s, which is true, but it's definitely true actually. It does have way more hype than SMMA did or dropshipping. These are like niche, relatively niche online business models, right? AI, like the whole world knows about AI. Your grandfather doesn't know what an SMMA is probably to this day, right? And he didn't in 2014 either. But the point is that like everybody knows about AI. So it seems like a good opportunity. And another thing in that is that people move on from these business models really fast. Social media marketing, people think that, you know, it's a thing of the past when there are so many businesses that don't even have social media pages yet, right? So that's also a big opportunity and kind of what I've been capitalizing on for the past 6 years now. So yeah, these business models, SMMA in particular, like social media marketing, whether that be Facebook and Instagram ads, social media content creation, none of that is dead. There are still businesses every day looking for someone to help them with social media. I launched an ad campaign for one of my clients, and I just did my outreach, so I'm kind of done for now. But what I'm going to do is eat a Greek yogurt, eat a banana, and go to the gym. But yeah, that's kind of it for this video. I just wanted to show you the new place and show you what a real workday looks like for me right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next video.